giving you an opportunity to get the full story from the people who tell it best. This is Mediacom Newsleaders.
Welcome to Mediacom Newsleaders. I'm Jeff Thie, back in the studio with us. Good to have Kathy Evert from the Iowa Lakes Corridor Development Corporation. She's the president and CEO. Welcome back.
Hi, Jeff.
You just celebrated the end of your fiscal year and now the beginning of a new one. As you look back, the previous 12 months, what are some of the highlights, Kathy?
Some of the highlights were we had a total of 16 projects that we had some role in helping companies expand or locate to the region and or retain them in the region in some cases. We didn't save all of them or keep all of them, as we all have heard in news, but we had companies that committed to over 270 new jobs in the region and retain over almost 260 jobs in the region, about $26+ million of new investment. We helped start 11 new companies this past year, 8 of which are already in the region, and 3 others that are considering locating the startup business in this region. So we're happy. The economy was much different this past year than it was the previous 2+ years, and hopefully that continues. Hopefully that continues,
and not to mention the entrepreneurship that you help build in our not just our youth, but for people in the area as well. And just as a point of reference, you're so active. Just had Sean into our city council meeting because we're planning a new industrial park in the city of Spirit Lake. And the cooperation and the nurturing of the corridor. You know, we're going to help you get stuff in here and get jobs. So important in our region.
Inventory makes a difference.
It really does. It does. And you just recognized several individuals for their contributions at your annual meeting. Who did you recognize?
We had a great annual meeting again, and we typically give a couple of awards each year. One is our Chairman's Award that we've been doing each year, and it's to recognize a volunteer or a group of volunteers in the region who have really helped further some of the goals and objectives that the corridor has set. And this year we recognized a group, and it was a group of elementary teachers and volunteers in the region that helped us launch bringing junior achievement programming to this area. So we recognized the kindergarten teacher and her volunteer at Newell Fonda, and kindergarten through 4th grades at Clay Central Everly were the first 2 groups of teachers and schools that wanted to participate in this. And then each one of those classrooms had a business volunteer that went in for 5 consecutive weeks and met with the students for about an hour and talked about their community, their business, the region, getting involved and things like that. So that was fun. So hopefully that's going to grow, and we already have one other elementary school that is committed to at least 2 of their classrooms for this next school year. So hopefully that will just continue to build, and we'll see more of the junior achievement programming in our schools. Yeah,
and I know that's a huge project for you with for those kids and for middle school and high school kids with the entrepreneurship, and I mean you're getting them as a seedling and a chance for them to grow and hopefully maybe start businesses here in this part of the world.
Hopefully so, yeah.
Well, what are some of the key initiatives and activities for we look ahead to the next year?
Yeah, not a lot of new things. We just want to continue to build on what we've started and sustain those, but we do have a new contest that we are one of 8 regions across the state that is participating in what's called the Dream Big Grow Here contest, and we'll be announcing that in early August and having some people get to go online and vote for their favorite small business that wants to compete for some cash prizes at the regional level and then go on and compete at the state level. We want to continue to work on developing spaces, cool spaces for entrepreneurs to open their businesses in the area. More on workforce. We're looking at a specific effort with all the returning military coming back this summer and putting them in touch with employers in touch with them, and just more on workforce area and trying to match people that are available and looking for jobs with employers in the area. And then we're starting a new strategic plan for the years 2013 to 16 already. So that's been a big project this spring and this summer.
Well, good to look ahead.
We have to.
Yeah, and thank you to you and your entire group for all you do with building business and our economic power here in Northwest Iowa.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Kathy Evert has been our guest here from the Iowa Lakes Corridor Development Corporation. We invite you to join us next time to get the full story from reliable sources right here on Mediacom Newsleaders.